rap game. It's no surprise Blueface...
After that, chat, I went up to like 20,000 followers. With me? After that little dick situation, 10,000 followers came in, you feel me? So, you know, it went right. It went well. Aya's on the way, guys. Chill. She's on the way. She's on the way. It's happening.
Made it big time. But unfortunately, over the course of his short career, Blueface has also had a few run-ins with the law, and now maybe getting into it with one of the rap game's biggest trolls.
I mean, has he had a song to follow up the Thotty song? I personally like Bleed It, but...
I did have a song, 6ix9ine, that followed up with the Thotty song. I actually made it on billboards more than one time. I've had charting songs more than one time, more than 2 times. Maybe even more than 3 times. Meanwhile, you got a fucking lace front on.
You know, was it a hit? Not in terms of both. He fell off. That's to be perfectly honest.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Before They're Famous. I'm your host for this one.
Hey, get back in the rapper though.
We're documenting the life and comes of Blueface before fame. Now, this is actually an updated video, but we've learned more about the Thotiana rapper in recent years, and he's also continued making a name for himself by just being him.
What am I doing? Alright, getting my dick sucked, smoking weed, being ignorant.
And deep. Be sure to let us know who's next in the comments down below, but for now, let's get right into it.
I'm the same nigga, chat. I never change. Like, I can't live without my dick, you hear me? Like, when it's all said and done, at least I got my dick, you feel me? I could lose all this shit tonight. I could lose a bitch. I could lose some money. I could lose my fucking car. But I still got my dick. If I lost my dick, oh man, kill the whole car. Shit, nuke the whole house. I don't even want to live without no dick. Hey yo, not like that though. No Diddy shit. No Diddy shit though. Like, that sounded crazy. Pause. I don't want to live without my dick. I mean,
listen to this.
what is that?
There's no excuses anymore. There's so much potential. It's just you can get lost in here having...
Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom! Blueface was born Jonathan Porter on January 20th, 1997 in Los Angeles, California. He's got an older brother who was heavily involved with the Crips that made up the majority of his childhood neighborhood, and 2 sisters. His mother, who was originally from Ohio, moved to LA to pursue acting, would take a young Jonathan around with her to auditions. Eventually, he'd actually book a McDonald's commercial. He explained, I quote, "It was fun when I got picked and I was in the..."
This is true, chat. My mom used to, she's from Ohio. She came to California to chase her dreams in Hollywood, you know, all that bullshit. Trying to be an actor, you know, type shit. And she, you know how it is. Parents put you in the shit that they doing. So she started putting me in shit, you know, and I was actually good. You know, I was actually good, you feel me? Used to go to little auditions and shit, and make it happen.
Commercial, and it was like, oh, look at that commercial. But I didn't enjoy it as a kid. In fact, our boy Jeremy Hecht, who used to host some videos on here, sat down with Blueface and asked him about the commercial and acting in general. Here's what he had to say.
So yeah, just sit in class for 8 hours, doing shit, and then I get to act for like 30 minutes, and then yeah, it was whack. It lasted a long time, you know, that's it. It lasted a long time. Still getting royalties.
You ain't driving that shit.
What's up, man? Bring y'all back.
Shout out my boy Jeremy.
Go
His
ahead,
lack
nigga.
of
Get out of
interest
here.
in acting and the fact that he spent time living with both his mother and father, who split up when he was just a kid, Porter would constantly be on the move. And because of this, as you can imagine, he switched schools a lot as well. This was partly due to his living situation and partly in hopes of finding a school with a better sports program, which we'll get into in a little bit. It seems he went to Marvin Elementary in LA, then moved to Wilshire Crest before heading to John Burroughs. But eventually his mother would move out
All this is true so far. I don't know how the fuck they got all this information, but they on point.
the Valley, so as he put it, he would attend a bunch of Valley schools. However, his father was also on the move, going from Santa Clarita to Anaheim and eventually Oakland. His passion for playing football would come from his dad, who he would spend his time with during the football seasons. Due to the fact that he moved a lot and his personality, Blueface didn't have many friends when he was younger. I quote him saying, "I'd go to practice and go home. I ain't have no friends. I was antisocial. It was like, you know of me, but you don't know me. It's still that way. I like it that way. However, it wouldn't be long before that would change.
Hey, we're here with Jonathan Porter, standout quarterback for the Arleta football.
Hey, chat. I used to be a lot more professional. I'm gonna say that. I used to be a lot more professional. So in this interview right here, you feel me? I was just on some professional shit, you know, some job interview type shit, you know.
Team 9 of 13, 151 yards, 2 touchdowns.
As we know, being the starting QB for your team in high school is a good way to get your name out there. But when you're as good as a young Blueface was, well, it was bound to get the attention of some very important people as well. Now, looking at his stats, the kid could definitely play. In his junior year at Arleta High, or the 2013-14 season, he would throw 17 touchdowns and 2 picks over the span of 10 games. Although his senior year wasn't as impressive statistically, with 21 TDs and 11 picks in 12 games, his mother still encouraged him to submit tapes of his play for a chance to land a scholarship after garnering little interest from schools. Shortly after graduating from Golden Valley High School in 2015, he would get a scholarship to Fayetteville State University, expecting to be the starting QB. And just to clarify, the man had a good arm, but he could also take off like a young Mike Vick. He would attend the school who took a chance on him for just 2 months before dropping out after the team's head coach would start a redshirt freshman in a game, ruining an entire season of his eligibility. There was also the fact that he was feeling a little homesick, but as he put it, I quote, once football started going left, it was like, why am I here? It was too different. Porter's mother would move while he would be at university, so when he returned to LA, he didn't have his mother's home to go back to. This turned out to be a good thing. Sorta. Telling Double XL, I quote, I was gonna keep trying to do football, play like junior college until, you know, I make that happen. My mom had moved out after I went to college, so it was just me trying to pretty much do college and support myself and get a car and like that. Once that became too hard, I guess I went back to the streets and In his own words, after returning, he was, I quote, being a barber, gang banging, and selling drugs. Now, it's no secret that Blueface is a part of the Schoolyard Crips, who he would officially pledge allegiance to when he was 18 years old. Around this time, he would also run the Instagram account The Fade Room, a play on The Shade Room. However, instead of posting about celebrities and musicians, The Fade Room would post fades. Both kinds. In an effort to make money, Jonathan would try his hand in being a barber, but would also post videos of him and his friends boxing. At its peak, this account would actually reach 500,000 followers, but a young Blueface didn't really care much about the followers. Explaining to Fader magazine, I quote, I was giving fades and we were running fades. It was just something I did for fun. I didn't even post pictures of myself. I wasn't in that state of mind. In early 2017, Blueface...
Fade room, you hear me tell? I've been on that shit.
And Jaden, a high school girlfriend, would also welcome their son Javon into the world. Blueface would spend a lot of time with Javon, while Jaden, who he's been on and off with since high school, would work to provide. Around this time, Blueface would also start his career as a rapper, purely by chance. After driving with his friend TC...
Yeah, see, like right there, I was probably like 18, chat. Oh, 18. Hold up, fool. 18.
4800 to one of his shows, TC would forget his phone charger in Blue's car. A few days later, TC told Blueface to drop the charger off at the studio where he was recording. Blueface would sit in on the session and would be inspired to write a verse, recording it on the spot. Although he claims growing up he would listen to rap and was influenced by the likes of...
Damn, who is that, chat? I don't even look like that nigga.
The Game and Snoop Dogg, Blueface's style is unlike any other. And this, in part, is what led to him becoming such a big success. Having the time to commit to the rap game, just hanging out with his infant son at home, Blueface knew he needed to do more than just focus on his music to make a name for himself, although people have compared it to Eazy-E before. Still, dropping a few songs on SoundCloud in September of 2017, such as Kick a Dough, No Relations, and Chase Me, Blueface would slowly start to build some buzz for himself. But it wouldn't be until he dropped the song Deadlocks, produced by Scum Beats, that his career would start to get some serious traction. After seeing this song was going to be his first big hit, Blueface would produce and drop the music video on March 17th, 2018. Still, his name wasn't big enough to get him booked on shows, so being the opportunistic and entrepreneurial man he is, Blueface hosted Instagram polls or contests, asking high school students where he should perform a free concert. The school with the most votes would win, and it turns out this was a great strategy, because it wouldn't be long before Blueface would be going from school to school, performing on top of his car, while hundreds of kids sang his tracks back to him. With all the hype surrounding...
This is pretty accurate, chat. This is pretty accurate.
his name, Blueface would drop his first full-length tape, Famous Crip, on June 20th, 2018. This tape would include Deadlocks Part 1 and 2, Respect My Crippin', and of course his biggest song to date, Thotiana. Shortly after, in September of 2018, he would release another EP, Too Cocky. Then on October 8th, 2018, his music video for Respect My Crippin' would drop on World Star Hip Hop, soon after being posted on Twitter and becoming a meme. There was also the incident when he accidentally showed a little more than he was planning on while in the shower.
Oh, shit. I just told y'all this story, chat.
With haters telling him he's got fake chains on, he wanted to prove them wrong by showering with them on. Unfortunately, someone noticed something he didn't, and it wasn't the most...
Fuck, chat. I just told y'all about this shit. Fuck. Shout out to Lady T. I see. I'm about to put your name in the raffle again. Back to the raffle, chat. This is a 10 sub raffle to come hang out with me. I'm not raffling dick off today. This is just to kick it. If you're not in California, I'm gonna fly you to California. I mean, you could be a girl, you could be a guy. No Diddy shit though. And we're gonna stream. So enter the raffle. 10 subs, get your name in the hat.
Most flattering image. Because of this, and possibly seeing a big opportunity to do something most others wouldn't, Blueface released a picture of his own, revealing it all, and made it the cover for the song Put It in Her Face.
I made a song called Put It in Her Face, and the cover was a dick pic. That shit went viral.
There you go. So that could have possibly gone a long way.
Because I'm kind of, sex symbol in this.
And you're a good-looking guy, no homo.
So that was like, man,
Shout out to the gay
shrimp dicks and all type of shit in my car.
There were also the comparisons of people saying his voice sounded like Courage the Cowardly Dog, something he actually finds funny. Then people tried to come down on the guy for his poor attempt doing the Crip Walk, something he would embrace and actually actively record himself doing, posting for his fans to see his improvements. In November of 2018, Blueface would officially sign with Cash Money West, although he would also run into some trouble with the law after allegedly being the victim of a robbery at a gas station. Now, normally being the victim doesn't get you arrested, but in Blueface's case, he wasn't going to let someone jack him and just get away with it. So naturally, after the guy took off from the gas station, Blueface caught up to him and started firing at his car. It resulted in Blueface...
You talking about I was the victim, nigga? I was the suspect, nigga. What you doing? Ain't never been no victim, chap. I'm the suspect.
At a gas station. Now, normally being the victim doesn't get you arrested, but in Blueface's case, he wasn't going to let someone jack him and just get away with it. So naturally, after the guy took off from the gas station, Blueface caught up to him and started firing at his car. It resulted in Blueface crashing his whip, and he would be arrested for this road rage incident, but would later post bail and be released, posting a video shortly after.
Nano Banana Pro is now on Artlist. Get Google's most up-to-date model and all the leading...
Shout out to Majesty Crown Macy. You are officially in the raffle to come kick it with Blueface on stream. Where the fuck is my pen? Putting your name down in the raffle right now, girl.
Freed the Famous Crip, kid. Later. Back on my bush.
From this point on, Blueface's career would really skyrocket, starting off 2019 with a music video directed by the one and only Cole Bennett, being posted on the Lyrical Lemonade YouTube channel, garnering over 2 million views in less than 24 hours. He would also be named to the Double XL 2019 freshman list, and Thotiana would be Blueface's first single to land on the Billboard charts, and it would be remixed by the likes of YG and Cardi B. However, shortly after the remixes, Blueface would be arrested once again on February 1st, 2019, after carrying a loaded gun. In October of the same year, the charges would be dropped.
Yeah, that was another problem I had, chat. Like, when I got famous, I just started going to jail so, like, oftenly. I don't know why. Whatever, though.
But Blueface would face a 36-month probation, which didn't require court supervision, and 8 days of community service. As you can imagine, he's also had to pay some fines and court fees, but that's standard with any charge. As we know, Blueface has gone on to work with the likes of The Game, Rich the Kid, Offset, and Lil Pump, and has released an EP, Dirtbag, as well as his debut studio album, Find the Beat. Although they weren't praised as highly as some of his earlier hits, it seems Blueface has always found a way to come out on top, even with the odds against him. Then again, with his trolling ways, sometimes people feel he does go a little too far. This could be evident in one of his more recent posts, which led to a fair share of backlash.
Hey, cuz, y'all tell him to give me that George Floyd discount. I need that Black Lives Matter discount.
But it seems this guy just keeps finding a way. He had 2 girlfriends at one point, kicked his mother and sister out of his house, and now he's beefing with Tekashi, it seems.
You wanna know who f***ed up the internet? 6ix9ine. It's his fault. It's his fault. His fault, all these fake and everybody just talking just to get a reaction, response. Everything's a meme, but it's his fault.
Now we know Tekashi really isn't a